Hey everyone, once bitten here at the battle report. So, after a long absence, I was finally able to play a game the other night. This is an Empire list that I borrowed from Ryan Capps. He's a clubmate of mine. I was the tournament organizer for GT this last weekend, and I just grabbed his tournament list. He says that he originally designed it off of my old lists, and it did look like something that I was used to playing. So I thought, I didn't have time to build a list, and it would be good enough. Going against Orcs and Goblin player, this is the night before the tournament, so this is his tourney list, 2,400 points, etc. And yeah, so starting on the right, he's got a couple of the Goblin characters on wolves. The fact that they can vanguard, I think, is a very sweet advantage for them. Behind him is a Mangler Squig. There's a Rock Lob in the corner. Moving to the left, up front, some Wolf Riders. Then a unit of Goblins with bows. There's a Rock Lobba. And in front of them is a unit of Savage Orcs. We've got three characters. We've got the Black Orc War Boss. I don't remember his complete build. I know he had a 4-up and then a 4-up ward. I think he had a great weapon. There's a Battle Standard Bearer in there. I have no idea what he has. And then he's got a level 4 caster. I know he has the lucky shrunken head. I don't know what else he has. There's a chariot, a troll, a unit of 8 trolls. Just behind the unit of trolls, I put a blue diamond there. I think that's where it was. There was a second Doom Diver. More Wolf Riders, another Mangler Squig, another Rock Lava. So on the left, I got a unit of 3 Demigryph Knights, a Steam Tank, a unit of Halberdiers. I put them in bus formation. Front left is my level 4 caster, Lore of Light. I've already forgotten what else he had. I don't think it really mattered. There's some 5 Skirmishing Archer detachment in front of him. I've got my Arch-Lector on the War Altar. Yeah, he's got a 3-up, 4-up. He's got the Speculum, which I forgot when I was typing this up on the screen, but that's fine. And he has a great weapon. And I forgot that, but I forgot that during the game. It was so frustrating. After every round of combat, I'd be like, "Oh, I forgot he had a great weapon," and yeah. Anyway, there's a Huracanum, another unit of Halberdiers, and the Battle Standard Bearers in with them. And again, I don't remember what he had. I think he just has like the Enchanted Shield or something. Now, both of my Halberdier units are supposed to be 40. I think one's 40, one's 39. I described a movement tray, filled it up, and I didn't realize that the movement trays hold 50. So around turn 1-ish, I realized that and take models off. It never affected the game. I've got a level 2 Lore of Metal caster on the hill. There's a cannon on the hill. To the right of them is 4 Demigryph Knights, and behind them is a level 1 Lore of Light. So it's it's kind of a miniature light council, somewhat balanced list. So Empire won the turn to go first, and I move like that. Yeah, I can tell you, it's been so long since I've played, and of course I haven't played, any particular list. I really didn't like the way I was playing at all. One, I really think I should have moved my archers out so they could help with maybe blocking something from charging the cannon, maybe getting, helping with Mangler Squigs, something like that. But I just kept them where they were so they could shoot at those wolves. I don't know why, because what are the odds of them doing enough to really matter? Anywho, it looks like that. These guys on the right, I went ahead and charged the character on the wolf, thinking I'd kill him, overrun, get off the table. When I came back on, his Mangler Squig could hit me, and I would just either panic or not. And I didn't want to affect my game too much, but they failed to charge. During the magic phase, sorry for the horrible photo here. I threw 5 dice at Transfiguration, or I'm sorry, Final Transmutation, and it goes off, and I kill, I want to say 10 of these Savage Orcs, but more importantly, he rolled a 6 for the BSB, so the BSB is gone, which is why I had no idea what he had on him. Now, in this tournament, I think you got Lookout Sir rolls for 2 characters. So his general and his level 4 didn't even have to test. The BSB was the only character that really had to roll, and he rolled a 6. Unfortunate for him. In Casted, I got Irresistible Force. Then I rolled Dimensional Cascade, put a big template down on my unit. This is where we figured out that I had too many models to begin with, so we removed 10 anyway, and then the big template killed a bunch. We did pass our panic. And it looks weird because I'm using a unit filter of 15, but it wasn't worth putting the models down for either one of us. Let's see, during the shooting phase, a steam tank shoots at this, and it falls short. My cannon shoots at it, hits it, wounds it, and then only does 2 wounds. That was very discouraging. That 3rd wounds would have been nice. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Overall, there's the board. Over here on the right, yeah, he charged his Wolf Riders. You can see I killed a couple of them, but yeah, he easily passes panic with his leadership nearby. He failed with his character, but it doesn't matter. It's only going to take those wolves to kill the cannon. And he does kill the cannon. He overruns and hits my level. Let's just my level 1 light mage. And I'm just thinking, I'm just playing so bad. Why was the cannon up so far? Why was my mage directly behind it? I don't know. It was a lighthearted game. We were having fun. I don't know what I was thinking there. Empire turn 2 again, overall there's the board. And obviously during his magic phase, nothing much happened, or else I would have said something. So I charge his character, he flees, and we just fail the charge. Over here on the left, yeah, if no matter what happens in this combat, I'm probably going to get hit by that Mangler Squig. And I decided just, in either case, just not to let it affect my game. So, excuse me. One option would be to kill these guys and then just sit there, hope he fails his compulsory move to get to me. I think odds are he should get to me, and I don't want him bouncing through my lines on a big roll. So if I win this, and I should, I'm just going to overrun. That way, if he hits me and moves through, it's not going all the way through my lines. And after combat, yeah, I easily win. I roll really high. I think I rolled an 11, which is kind of nice. I mean, it gets me out of leadership and reroll, but if he hits me and I pass my panic, I'm in decent charge range to get to one of his Doom Divers. And over here, yeah, during the magic phase, I cast Frost Protection on this guy, not because I'm dying to save him. He's a level 1, I mean, whatever. But I was trying to pull some dice for my opponent, so I threw just 2 dice at it, and I still had the dice necessary to have a good chance of getting through what I wanted to get through. And so it's funny, it's like, yeah, he lets it through, and then because of Frost Protection, my guy sticks, which is kind of funny. It's not really losing him as much as not really having stuff behind my lines, or in front of my lines too, messing me up. So Orcs and Goblins turn 2. He keeps creeping forward down the middle. Over here, yeah, the one Wolf Rider, or the character, decides that he's going to have to come in and help out, because otherwise my level 1 Lord of Light caster may just beat his Wolf Riders. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, he rolled to hit my demis, and he stopped short, which is really nice. If he gets through, and then he's bouncing around behind my lines. So now I'll charge his character and take 3d6 hits for that guy, which isn't wonderful, but maybe I get lucky, and things are okay. Let's see over here. He took a single troll and tried to charge my archers, and I didn't care if he made it, and he rolled just horribly and failed it. He tried to charge my steam tank and failed that as well. I don't know if he failed that because he was blocked by the troll, or if he failed it just with a bad roll. Either way, if you look at the demis on the left, his Mangler Swig hit him and did some wounds, but they passed their panic. I didn't need all 3 models to charge a Doom Diver or to do anything else that I wanted to do with those guys, so I was happy enough with how that turned out. There you go. You can see the angle he came at. Just nicked him. And a Doom Diver hits this guy, hits my steam tank. I want to say that I took 2 wounds on turn 1. Anyway, at one of the points of this, I think turn 1, I tried to shoot and took 2 wounds, and then the Doom Diver hit him and did another 5 wounds. He's down to 3 remaining. And over here, I think that's just shooting, hurting these guys a little bit. After combat, look at that. His character comes in. He has 3 attacks, whatever. He does 1 wound to my mage. He has a banner. He has a charge. He has a flank. But Arch Lecter's an 8-10-inch bubble, so I'm easily within range of that. I think Anyway, so I'm on like a 6, and he stuck it. 6 rerollable. So, and I don't know if I needed even the 18 inches. I think it might have been within 12. So Empire turn 3. Okay, my archers are finally out of the damn way of my halberdiers, where they should have been 2 turns ago. Yeah, so overall it looks like that. Some of the specifics here. Yeah, so my Hurricanum, I turned him late. There's no reason for him not to be facing this way a long time ago. That's one of the advantages of the Hurricanum, is that it's a chariot and it can be used to protect your back lines, and I just wasn't thinking about it because it's been too long. So I finally turned him, and now, of course, he came in to help out. So the Wolf Rider's going to die. The question is, is my level 1 going to die as well? And my Demigryphs made a charge into his Doom Diver. That's very, very nice. Those things are brutal. I charged his character. He fled. He ran like 3 or 4 inches is all, so I easily caught him and took the damage I needed to through the Mangler Squig, and it turned out okay. I think I took 3 wounds from it, which on 3d6 I think it is, was amazingly lucky. So happy with that. And let's see, over here I think I charged the single troll, angling it so I just hit his corner, and I failed the charge. Now there's a magic spell cast on me which reduced my movement, which is a big reason why I failed it, but whatever. I've given up on the steam take doing much of anything this game. Let's see, magic I think kills this. Something kills this chariot. Must have been magic. I'm sorry, it's probably the steam tank shooting at it. And easily beat the Doom Diver. My choice was to turn the Demigryphs to either pick up the Rock Lava on the left or turn this way to possibly help in the combat with the Savage Orcs, or possibly the Trolls, but I don't really see the advantage of that. I don't love the idea of throwing those guys into the Savage Orcs because it's just going to give them more attacks, but maybe in future rounds, if they get down to only 2 ranks, I can do that without giving them more attacks, and they might turn the tide. Over here, yeah, we killed the Wolf Riders on the impact hits, but then, and I want to say that I think I got a spell up again to protect that wizard just because it was so much fun seeing him stick around, but it didn't matter. He got killed. So we go to Orcs turn 3. The character charges the rear of the archer detachment on the right. The Trolls charge the tank. The single Troll charges my unit of Halberdiers. That I loved because I think I can kill him or at least break him from combat on my opponent's turn. So that was great. And he took his level 2 out of the unit of Goblins of the Woods and moved him where you can see him, which was a big mistake by him, but that's okay because I made an even bigger mistake on my turn. But yeah, those goblins are sitting right in the woods, so they're not going to be steadfast. So it's just an auto win for my Demigryphs, so it really doesn't make sense. And then he moves his level 2 up to where my Demigryphs can easily charge him and just give me easy points. So I think he didn't see my demis when he moved him. And when he saw him and exclaimed, I said he could move him somewhere else, and he didn't want to do that. So there's a single troll coming in, but again, he's facing my level 4. Odds are he won't do all 3 wounds to my level 4, but still, who wants to get hurt at all? There's only 2 wounds left in the steam tank now, so yeah, I think I took a wound with misfiring or something. After combat, yeah, the character comes in. He wins combat, kills a few archers, but I inherit the steadfast of my parent unit, and so they fail their break test. They pass their reform test, turn around and face him. So I don't think they're long for this world, but it was nice that they held him up so he's not just running around doing whatever he wants. And the troll never even got to swing. The halberdiers just killed him dead. And over here, can you believe it? I only had 2 wounds remaining. He has 6 auto hits, strength 5, 6 dice. He needs to roll 5s or better. He should get 2. He should do just enough to kill me. He does 1. It's not horrible luck, but it surprised both of us, and it's certainly bad for my opponent. So Empire turn 4. I said, let's do it. Let's do this thing. And in my excitement, I make kind of a blunder, which it's not a huge deal, but it makes me mad that I made it. I should say, if you look at the top left, the Demigryph unit is down from 2 to 1. He got killed by Orc and Goblin shooting. So let's see. I charged both Halberdier units and my Arch Lector into the Savage Orcs. I didn't. I didn't look closely at his list. His general had the Crown of Command, so that's why I didn't put it in my intro to this game because I keep forgetting about it. Anyway, he had Crown of Command. I didn't realize it when I charged, so I wanted the bus of Halberdiers in there to negate ranks just to make sure I was okay there. But they failed it, and what it ended up as it is right there. My Demigryph unit on the right, I charge his goblins. He just stays, and then I charge the other Demigryphs into his character. He flees, rolls a 9, bounces through a unit, and stops me from my initial charge. That, my friends, is a rookie mistake. As soon as I declared the right charge, I realized that I did it in the wrong order. I didn't want to ask for a redo, so I just let it stand. And it was just stuff like that just frustrates me. That's just, I've got to play at least once a week, once every 2 weeks, to avoid doing stupid stuff like that. So here's this. I'm really nervous about this. The only good news is I do have a magic phase, and I really like Lore of Light. I know that running a light council is kind of passe for Empire. Like, of course, you have a light council, but it's just so powerful. You have these really strong ranged attacks, and then when you get into combat, you have some really great buffs. And yeah, so I need a good magic phase there. There's one Spit and Stupidity. This. One wound left. There's no way I'm surviving this. I move my archers up so that if he reforms and he charges them, I really couldn't do anything to keep him from hitting my knights. I didn't think, because he could reform a lot of creative. Not my knights, to hit my halberdier unit. Probably my Arch Lector. In hindsight, what I should have done is just let him charge my Arch Lector because I'd be in a challenge and he couldn't do anything. Anyway, I put them up there to block. I made a lot of dumb mistakes. Yeah, I should have just let him charge the Arch Lector. Because if I issue a challenge, he doesn't want to refuse. He doesn't want to accept with his Black Orc War Boss, because then we have the Speculum and it's bad for him. So if he accepts with anybody else, we're probably just going to be in a pillow fight. So we go to the magic phase. I get off Foz Protection, and I get off the reroll to wound. We get in a pillow fight between my Arch Lector and his Spellcaster, level 4, and it is a big pillow fight. He has a great weapon, as do I. He remembers to use his great weapon, and I make my ward saves. I never, ever remember to use my great weapon. Big pillow fight. But in the main combat, it is certainly not a pillow fight. I kill a bunch of Savage Orcs. They do some wounds back. I win by a bunch, but he's stubborn, and of course, they stick. I had to choose where to put attacks for 3 of my halberdiers, because 9 of them, 6 attacks had to go at 7 attacks had to go at his general. 3 could choose, and I really just wanted to get as many wounds as possible because these guys have so many attacks each that I didn't want them to just erase my unit. So I decided to put 3 attacks on rank and file. Well, meanwhile, the 7 attacks do 2 of 3 wounds off of the general, and I was like, oh my gosh, would those extra 3 wounds have done it? I don't know. I kind of think I made the right call because I think I got lucky doing 2 wounds on him. But at the time, it was like, oh, 3 more attacks, 1 more wound would have been so nice. I mean, first round of combat's when I get hatred, so they're hitting on 4s, I think, maybe 3s because of the Hurricanum, rerolling to hit. Strength 4, rerolling to wound. He has a 5-up, 4-up. Possibly a 5-up, 5-up because my memory sucks. So anyway, he survives. It looks like that. Oh wait, I gotta go back up. Okay, the Wolf Rider is sticking around with 1 archer from the detachment, and I don't have the Steadfast anymore. I just stuck. So it's pretty nice. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Can you believe that steam tank is still alive? I cannot. So me putting the archers there just didn't impact anything anyway. But now that's just really bad luck with his trolls being held up like that. So Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Yeah, his top right, his Spellcaster, if he doesn't rally, runs through the Demigryphs. There's that. These guys are still sticking around. And go to the magic phase, and I have to stop the Foot of Gork, and that leaves him dice left. And he gets off the butt on my level 4. And he rolls and he wounds him, and then he rolls, I think does D3 wounds, and he rolls a 3 and kills my level 4. There's no ward save in my level 4, so that was not wonderful for me. Shooting does a single wound to the demigryphs. The last remaining Doom Diver that was hit with a cannon, I did 2 instead of 3 wounds, hits my Hurricanum and just obliterates it. I think it actually took a rock lava and the thing to kill it, but nevertheless it's dead. And after that's when I appreciate how nice it is to have +1 to hit. +1 to hit is awesome. And it goes away. After combat, the steam tank's finally dead, and the Savage Orc unit is just getting crushed. I mean, again, rerolling to hit, false protection. It's my halberdiers are doing great. I'm winning by a bunch, but I can't kill his general. He makes all his ward saves. I did another few wounds to him. Makes all his ward saves. He's stubborn. They stick around. So, but this guy does kill the archer. Empire turn 5. Yeah, so I turned the halberdier unit that failed their charge. There's nothing for them to do anywhere else on the table, so I turned to face the trolls. I'm kind of hoping the trolls charge the archers. I'm hoping that by the time we fight that combat, the general's dead, that they have to pursue, and then I can charge them in the flank with my halberdiers. I'm really, really hoping for that. I charged these guys. I think I failed dangerous terrain, and it took the last wound off the third of them. I passed the panic test, thank goodness. There's the redirect. And I think magic or shooting or something. I think the archer shot at him and did wound and took one more model off, whatever. Go into combat, and oh my gosh, I'm ready to throw something. Oh, I do another several wounds to his general. He makes all his damn ward saves. I kill the rest of the unit, but oh my gosh, you're killing me here. You're killing me. This guy will not die, and he's stubborn. I win combat here. I decide not to chase him and get the points because the points weren't all that much, and I think I might need these guys' help to kill the general. Go to Orcs and Goblins turn 5. The wolf, the character on a wolf charges the rear of my halberdier unit. I'm actually not really that concerned about that. His trolls charge my archer unit. Yeah, that's okay. I just want his general to die before then so that I can get a flank charge on these guys. Of course he rallies his goblins. Of course he does. Mangler squigs off doing nothing. I think one of his rock lobbers is gone now. I think it blew himself up. He gets the big foot of Gork off and just trounces this unit. And then he rolls a 1 for the next one. I place it on top of his Doom Diver, and it takes off the remaining wound, which is nice, but it cost me my Hurricanum, my +1 to hit. Shooting does a single wound, I think, to these guys. I'm okay. After combat, we finally kill the general. We finally kill him. And with everything else, I think I win combat by 1. And they both stick. The shaman and the character on the wolf both stick. And my halberdiers can't turn around, of course, because Empire turn 6. I charge the halberdiers into the trolls. Let me think. That because the combat was on his turn, he did the troll combat first. He had the leadership, so they reformed. I decided just to charge him anyway. I don't like my odds, but I just don't care. It's just a fun game. Yeah, what else is going on? I think okay, I think I missed a picture somewhere because at some point I want to say my last remaining demigryph and my other unit charged the rear of his general. His general punked him before I did anything. My guy, when I said like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all the ward saves he made, that because I had a demigryph knight there doing a lot of wounds too, and he just saved all of them. Anyway, so that unit got killed. There's this. During the magic phase, I know I need to get the fire flammable attack spell off. I do, and it doesn't matter. I mean, I do 3 wounds through the trolls, but the trolls just eat this unit, absolutely eat them. Yeah, I do a wound to the character on the wolf, but my BSB and everybody else can't do enough. We go to Orcs and Goblins turn 6. And let's see, his character on the right Continues to run, but stays on the board, of course. Does a bunch of shooting here, kills another one, but I pass my panic. And at the end of the game, there's 2 halberdiers left. They get away from the trolls, and we finally kill the character on wolf. We break the shaman, and my archlector runs him down. And that's the end of the game. This is one of those games that I think this is what Warhammer's all about. It was so much fun. It was funny. It was, weird things happening everywhere, and just an absolutely good time. In a tournament, I think I'd be really frustrated at the dumb mistakes I was making. Because it was not a tournament game, I was much more relaxed about it and just laughed them off. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Here. Thank you so much for watching the video. I truly hope you enjoyed it. As you know, YouTube has a variety of functions you can use to interact with videos such as this. You can like or comment on the video, you can favorite it, you can share it, and of course you can subscribe to the channel. And I encourage you to do any or all of those things as a way of interacting between viewer and producer. As always, I appreciate your patronage on the channel and wish you all the best.